your motivation when it's getting hard. Train smart, eat smart, rest smart. Keep your mind sharp, main part. No more excuses, fresh start. Deep breath out, don't you dare to lose your heart now.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to Wednesday podcast with Coach B. Hello, I'm Coach B. I'm the host of Reverse Your Mindset with me, Coach B. I know, very complicated. Welcome you. So warm. I think today I just want to give people a lot of my heart. As usually, I do give a lot of my heart, but I think it's nearly 3 weeks, not long, 3 weeks of January. This is the time that I believe many people needs a little extra push to fitness. As I focus so much last time on the mindset, because we know we've got this like brainstorm in the head during January, new year, new me. We write a lot, we select what is the most important. We feel like a so much big push on us to move somewhere with our life, or to move to some kind of activity, to workouts, to, reduce amount of the sweets, reduce amount of the coffee, which I'm fighting by my own here. This is my, I think, I reduce a lot. I reduce a lot. I could drink even 5 coffees a day. Now I'm thinking like I'm mostly mentally making myself to stay strong, to stay strong and say to myself like coffee is not everything. Yes, keeps you running and gives you energy, but sometimes when you're tired, coffee is not even the option. I think seeing this in yourself, as a new habit, because maybe there's more people there that wants to, give up coffee. And by my own experience and what I done many times to like trick myself a bit, because when we emotionally get attached to something, that means that there is a problem, yes? So if I feel emotionally attached to the coffee, then I know that I do have a problem. If I will start to think like, oh, what I'm gonna do if I will not drink the coffee, then I'm talking to myself like, Coach P, you have a problem here. This is the moment that you start to see in yourself that this is maybe too much, and basically coffee is everywhere with you. But I'm not fussy, and I like the cold coffee as well. So first of all, I do not waste the coffee, because I sometimes can drink coffee for whole day, even cold one. I don't even know that it has some kind of power over me and is going to make me more productive or full of energy or whatever. Coffee works on my brain to just like give me like a little bit boost. But I do meditate as well. I do sometimes close my eyes and for a few minutes breathe in, breathe out, stretch my muscles. As I said, I do the yoga. So I think like I like to overreact with myself. Like, we do sometimes feel like we do believe something is hurting us, but it's actually not much existing in a problem. And there I come, okay? I've got a solution for everything, okay? Because everything makes sense to me. And as my, attachment to the coffee, when I understand like this is not only about the coffee, but it's more about my habit and what is coming more with this coffee, I start to imagine myself like, oh, I can actually focus just to, drink the water. And it's okay. It's okay to wash yourself from the toxins. It's okay to sweat properly. It's okay to stay hydrated. I mean, people, staying hydrated is so important. And as I said in previous part 1 of my motivation, rejection, and love, which is coming as usual in every of my podcasts, to just accept yourself and give yourself a little bit of loose, because that's why you're human, that you can stand for a second in the one place or sit and just think, yeah? we've got discomfort. We're not running on our basic needs. If you're running on basic needs, then I'm telling you, it's something more, behind this. You think like maybe you're doing this automatically, that is nothing more behind this, but I'm telling you it is. Everything has a meaning in the life, and if you don't look in the life in this way, then your life must be sad. But I do believe in this podcast that I'm making, I'm finding people that they're just cool. They're just cool with this, what I'm doing and what I'm giving to people. So if it's something like this in me, it must be in you as well. So when I'm sometimes thinking like I'm overreacting and coffee is not the biggest problem that I'm supposed to, sit and think about, but we do, human people, we do like to escape from something. I was talking about this in many other of my episodes, and I'm exactly the same person. I do like to get properly attached, stick like a glue to the stuff that I love to do. And for me, it's just the matter of, I want to say right amount of coffee, but it's not in a coffee. It's just a matter of purpose. It's just a matter of meaning, a matter of the purpose. Everything what I'm doing in my life, how I'm growing my kids, for example, as mostly I'm a mother. Honestly, I feel like this podcast is not enough myself to express, and put everything about myself, what I want to talk. I do sometimes just choose the most important parts of my personal life to actually talk about, because I do believe it's important to talk about some stuff. Like, as much we can deal on our own with the coffee and trying to reduce the coffee, we can on our own start to work out, because as I said, it's enough to just walk. Daily walks, instead of going in a car, just walk. Even you will have to go to your groceries shop, that is, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. It's worth it to breathe in and breathe out. It's okay to just, speed up a bit and then walk a bit slower, Test different kind of, swings, moves, feel like a child a bit. I'm telling you, no one is watching you when you're going for a walk. I believe people who are going for walks, they're just people that they like to a bit be weird on their own. It's weird to be weird, but weird on your own is not weird. If you know what I mean. That's how I feel. Sometimes I do feel shy, who I am, how I do behave, and then later on I need to, think like, oh my God, I did this right or no, because it just came out from me. And usually some honesty, people cannot be ready for it. And I know I'm coming like a storm, like a lightning, and I'm just saying excuse me, what is the problem? Because my coffee problem is not the problem, but for some people, starting the activity, going back to workouts, trying to think healthy, because being healthy is not only being healthy, having clothing is ready to exercise. You always have a water. That's for sure. I think everyone who take care of themselves has a water next to them, and I think this is the most important thing. Yes, hydration. It's something different when you drink this coffee, because it's still milk there. Obvious is water there, but it's something different to drink just the proper water. Just like this. Without the extra juices, without some sugar in it, not flavored, nothing, just the water. Your brain will help you, to process this all and distribute where it's needed. Of course, don't be greedy on the water if you feel like you're a little dehydrated. Mostly when I feel dehydrated is when my head starts to be sore, but funny. It's just my head is bouncing. I would say my brain is going up and down, up and down. And that's usually, I can feel that this is dehydration, and usually I start, drink the water and always remind myself, listen, we need to do it. We need to stick with this. Water is alive, because everything is, on the water. And basically, we're based on this hydrogen, on oxygen, and on carbon, as I always say. So this is important for the body, as deep breaths and relax your muscles. Eating, as much as you need. If someone struggles here with healthy eating, I do have answer to just do the small steps. As someone in America, last time I was watching the video on the YouTube, they said you're not losing the weight by exercising. The main part is to just have a good diet, yes? But when you exercise and you don't have to deal with the extra weight, then you're just shaping your body. So the exchange, the muscle, fat, and everything is working in your body and supplying whole your body when you're exercising. Plus, you have the oxygen. So as much they will say is not losing the fat. No, it will help. But if you want to reduce the calories, the amount of calories, then you will have to work it out much more, because we've got, that's why we're in certain age and certain weight and having a certain water in our body. And you can check this all going to any kind of gym, and they can do all the measurements for you, how tall you are, what is your percentage of body fat, of the muscle mass, of bones. You can do this all, or you can always get next to the mirror, opposite to the mirror, and just check on your own what you need to work on. But don't be harsh on yourself, because this is the process. Everything in life is a process. We cannot make a decision like today I want to be slim and tomorrow you're slim. I don't know, it's not magic working like this. And as I said, everything is the matter of your mindset. So coming back to my coffee, because it's important. As much as I want to drink less coffee and drink more water, because that's only one way of me still keeping water intake, of swapping this amount of the coffee that I was drinking with the water, right? So roughly you can count for yourself. It's 4 cups I could have. This is at least 1 liter, right? Oh my God, you see? This is 1 liter of coffee. I'm not drinking that much. I'm drinking just the smaller one, the cup with Moomins that I got for my Christmas. It's only, I think, 220. Yeah, this is 220. So I've got only 440 milliliters coffee of a day. So this is more than the half I reduce. But if I won't think that I need to still put the water in, only reducing the coffee, then I'm gonna straight away be dehydrated, because not only I'll be in lacking of the caffeine in my body, but so I'll be just in lacking of the water, which is much more important than this what coffee gives me, right? This is good for the blood flow. This is good for everything, all the oxygen that you're supplying whole your body. As breathing, breathing underneath the water, I always call this like this, but this is true. So January, yes, January is all of these moments, I think, people going there and giving up, because they realize how difficult it is to change the habit. Because it's not only now that you don't have a time that much to sit on the sofa, but you need to, you make a commitment to move around. And because you never made us comfortable to changing the habit, for me, I was going a lot to gym, and I was doing the strength exercises. And I always want to be this person who focus on yoga and got the good physics from it. So I start to work on it, believe me, year ago. year ago, and I'm not super yogin because I'm not pushing on myself this all craziness. Like now I'm gonna, bend myself in 40 places and I will pretend like it's not sore. And then breathe to it and expand my my length and my ribs because I want to breathe more. That's not how it works. From this, what I see after myself of introducing myself, and I will still feel like I'm beginner to yoga, but I love this so much. This idea is going so much with my life ideology, with being calm, with don't overreact. Even I do, okay? I do overreact, but I finally managed to overreact in the right way. So this is not that bad. But as this all is really important to change the habit, because as much as I do love drink coffee, I know I cannot drink that much because I'm dehydrated, my head is sore, and sometimes I'm drinking coffee in the moment out of the habit when I need to go to sleep, and then I cannot sleep, which is really bad. For me, it's enough to just say to myself, oh, stop, don't do it. You have everything for no, don't go there. We need to fix it. I'm such a fixer, and I'm a person always looking for the solutions. I don't know. I call myself problem solver. I don't even know where is this sitting in my head, but that's how I work. I always find the solution to the problem. For me, it's no problem. You can always, go in better. So now, January. January people that they're feeling like, I cannot do it. You can do it. Only now what you need to do, you need to sit and think what actually will make you happy. So, of course, we know we want to lose the weight, but which the best way will be to lose this weight? Because as I said, not everyone will like the strength workout. I would like to hear straight away, recommend you the book, because I'm a personal trainer and I'm a big follower of Jim Stopani, Jim. I don't know that you've seen on Facebook, like a bald guy, always like wearing like a military trousers. And that was the first person when I started to get an interest in a fitness before even going for any qualifications that I did for personal trainer. That was the person that I really follow, because the guy is simple. He doesn't do any extra magic to it. He explains the stuff, and I think his videos, how to do the exercise. I do have many guys there, but Jim Stopani is very important because he wrote the book, and the guy has a PhD, right? It's awesome. The book is called Encyclopedia of Muscle and Strength. I've got the second edition. But what is the most important, half of the book, I think it's only 20 pages missing, are with plenty different exercises. And I'm sure if it's like any updated version, then it will be more. But you have everything for a strength workout, any compound movement, any deadlifts, T-bars, different military press with dumbbells, with the barbell. It's absolutely everything there. What is the most important? The man did such a big job to explaining in his book how you can put the workout plan for yourself. And I think I pay for this 25 quid, and I've got this already a few years. Human Kinetics publish it. But it's honestly, if you don't, if you struggle, for example, with the workouts, or you're not going somewhere farther, but you've got already experience, then honestly, this book I recommend so much. I will try to find it somewhere and give you the description, because it's 381 exercises and 116 programs for strength training success. So you have a first content is about training essentials. That's part one. Part two is training for muscle mass. So this is everything how you want to basically bulk and make your body look in this way how you want, in the proportions that they're for you. Third part is training for maximal strength. So we've got all the tactics, programs, and training cycles, and I'll work them, okay? Whatever I can tell you, many times I was using his suggestions because much more he wrote here that I learned from any other book or any other person, course. Honestly, I will highly recommend this, even for people like they're writing the programs like I do write the programs. This is the best book, honestly, and it's very simple, very simple. You have a splits. You can put this Monday, Tuesday, you can swap it. You've got the exercises, which group muscle works, how many repetitions, how many sets you need to do. Plus, it's explaining you what you can expect doing this program. So this book is absolutely genius. Also, we have a maximum fat loss and big dictionary with plenty of exercises. A little bit in the end of the book you have about nutrition for maximum muscle mass, strength, and fat loss. So it gives you extra information, and I think it's absolutely brilliant. Jim Stoppani book is called Jim Stoppani's Encyclopedia of Muscle and Strength. I've got the second edition. I recommend it so much. Is plenty of knowledge there. But motivational, yes, motivational. We need to find a part of the good sources of knowledge and source of our own self, what we want to do to get ourselves back in a track. It doesn't matter, honestly, it doesn't matter what is your goal. It can be little goal. Usually we put the 3 goals. Short goal is like maximum month. Then you have the medium goal. For a 6 months, put it 6 months, 3 months. And massive goal, you know. You want to be in Mr. Olympia or Miss Olympia, or you want to go back to the shape before pregnancy. But mostly a part of this all, you need to accept your choice. That you're not doing this to hurt yourself. This is for your life. You know, I get loosened up a bit, you know. I'm gonna get back in the middle. So don't make yourself as, oh my God. The less you will focus on what's gonna happen with this, but you more focus on fixing the stuff what life is throwing to you. You know, it might be, I don't know, there are strikes in a school, so I don't know, you usually go on Thursday, for example, to the gym, but something popping out, and give yourself a time, because till you will get in a really good habit. That's not 5 minutes. Sometimes it takes a year. I'm now in my shadow, like I've got the 3 days, and I'm not giving myself any of this day when I feel I'm doing the yoga, which for me is much more important, because I know my body will be focusing on this, and my emotion and all this time that I supposed to spend on the yoga, I will spend on the yoga, not thinking what I could do different if I won't do the yoga, because the yoga it was my plan from last year to have this, but I do give myself a lot of flexibility and being with myself and accepting this, that from now I'm not doing any strength workouts because I got tired, and in this moment of my life I want to just enjoy what I'm doing. So thinking that it's no good and I would rather do something different, that means you're not ready. if I will think, I need to reduce the coffee, but oh my God, I will miss the coffee. No, I will miss the water as well if I will be stop drinking water. But exchanging the habit, exchanging the habit is more important than actually making the habit. Because look, you've got everything already on your head, right? Inside January, as I said, new year, new me, and you're deciding on something. I decided this year, a part of, keep going with my yoga, I decided as well that I'm going to stick with swimming. Because I know, like, swimming for ages was relaxing me. But now I think as much yoga is relaxing me, because that was my aim. That was my aim from the beginning. I didn't want yoga to make me feel sorry, right? Like I cannot do anything other. Oh my God, I need to do this yoga. It's for my health, and many complaints that is not needed to push on your brain. I wanted to nicely go on my super duper, yoga place, my yoga mat that is just something important for me, and do this for myself. Because myself decide like this is what I need. And I'm trying to treat myself exactly in the same way. So that sometimes takes me, 1 year. Some habits, for example, I'm just cutting straight away off. Biting my nails. I used to bite them so much with any time when I would be thinking about something, and it's not good, because then I start to bite a bit of the skin. And what most pushed me away from it, I seen that my daughter starts to have a habit of doing exactly the same. And as much I didn't caught myself on it, I seen her. I was like, what is happening to your fingers? What you're stressing? And she couldn't explain me. And I was like, oh my God. And then I just look at myself. I'm like, what you doing? This is something that you will never allow your daughter to do, because it's just, hurting, and the fingers are just, everyone who is doing this, please, people, stop. Please stop, because this is not difficult. I don't know, take a crystal, take anything in your hands, or try to learn something new, what you can do with the hands. Instead of touching them. I used to have a bad habit of, touching my back, my neck, and what of course makes so many spots in the blackheads, because I was just anxious, I was nervous. I didn't know what I'm gonna do with these hands. And I start to, touch different parts of my body, of my face, side of the neck. And of course, if we were not, we're touching the stuff, sometimes you're busy, and when you keep rubbing your skin, this dirt is going there. So of course we're gonna have some dirt digging in our body. That's how I understand, because I couldn't understand from the blackheads are happening, and I could have plenty of them on my back. And by the research and by own checking on my body, I was like seeing this as well. I was like, oh my God, it must be from the stress. And I start to highlight the situation to my family, and just say can you watch me a bit, because I sometimes get lost in my creative process. And that's how I have a problem as well with my back. You cannot imagine, I was sometimes sitting for 4, 6, 10, 13 hours in just very funny position, not even moving, like I'm frozen, and writing my book on any kind of content. Now I'm much better, but I had the bubbles on my back, the massages. Yoga helps me a lot to stretch, just like what I'm thinking about this. because I'm much, much more stretchy. And I have no idea, if not this year ago that I started to do this yoga and make myself like, yeah, it's actually working, it's cool, it's relaxing, because that's what I needed. To just relax my body as much as I can relax my mind, I can relax my heart. I couldn't not relax my body. And believe me, when you're like fully integrated, I think this is good word, like your insight is going with all your thoughts, and then you become just very, very true person to yourself, because you can not say like, oh, I'm gonna work out a bit, and then it's a week after and you still feel that nothing changed. And there's one option, that is things changing and you're pushing so much job on it, but you cannot see it, or you just didn't push yourself that much because the target, the goal, the aim just distract you. But that become the moment when you realize that you don't want to stop doing something, that you don't want to stop exercise, that you don't want to stop drinking water, eating properly, having a good healthy lifestyle, walking, not running in the treadmills, in a gym. If you like to run, go run outside. It's really nice to have a fresh air. Find a place to do it. Talking about the motivation a lot, but I would like to talk a little bit in this moment of the podcast about rejection as well, because this is part 2 of my previous podcast, which I finished with Beautiful by Eminem. And in this podcast, I just want to tell you, as anything, what I was talking in the previous podcast, it came back to me with many good moments that happened in my life, and said like, this is what I'm doing is the right way, and by my experience, by my knowledge, and by all love that I put into my podcast, into my creations, developing the company, in between growing my kids and having so much life to live. I will tell you that sometimes we do reject ourselves. Sometimes we do not feel like we're cutting ourselves off from much bigger surprise. Because which is the motivation? Motivation is easy. You just find something that you want to fight for, and you need to fight for, yes? The rejection process and being basically neglected. I would say this is like neglected, like rejections happen. Many young people been rejected by them soulmates, or by the people that they want to get and interact with. So many kids been rejected by the parents, neglected as well. So many passions in people have been neglected in them. Many big purposes been neglected in people. And where is this coming from? I was asking myself this question because as I do push myself here as an example, not only of how amazing I am, but of the true myself as expression, as something would maybe give you some idea and find a way for yourself. Not only with activity, but with dealing with emotions. Because as much motivation pushed us forward, this is the passion, this is the fire, this is this hurt. This is the moment that you want to just go for it and don't look back. This is the motivation. Sometimes we need to pick it up. But what to do if you've been so motivated, you did what you could, but life is still pushing on you more. And you feel like you need to pick up more. More of what? I would say much more of courage, much less of fear. Because if you want to love something, what you're fighting for, you may on the way be rejected. You may feel not good enough. You might feel like you're fighting, but actually with what you're fighting, for who you're fighting, we could confuse. When you're in this moment of, I'm going to give 100% and there's the wall coming, that we're not ready. We all want to look good in a world. Why do you need to look in a bad? If someone is hardworking, if someone knows where it's going, this is nothing more beautiful. Nothing more beautiful. If you struggle, this is extra experience for another people to know you better. I think people are tired of listening to all successful stories and, only from the big people. Some people have a smaller goals and they're doing them perfectly and they're fine, they're stable, they came through some realization, to some process, but they didn't do, big massive thing like some other people will do. I don't know. As I said, I will never be like Elon Musk because I've got my kids to grow and this is, also my priority. Like, just educate people to not be that harsh on themselves, because if you don't have a big plans, it doesn't make you the person that doesn't deserve to be happy. We all have our range of being, just being there. Not everyone needs the super expensive car to be happy, but if it's make it someone's happy, why to not be happy for him? Maybe that was all what he said to themselves, like, doing this and as a price, even like a making company, I'm gonna have a good car because I always dream about a good car and I do deserve it because I work hard for it. So the same as with the exercises. I've never banned myself from eating chocolate cake or Ben & Jerry's because I need to keep my figure how I want. No, I will know, I need to work out more. Or I will go for an extra walk. I've got plenty of things that I enjoy and I can do instead of something. So not everyone needs to be a runner, as I said in previous Far Away fitness podcast. But if you're not wanting to change something in your life, then there's no point to get stressed by this. Everything is stressing. As I said, everything is stressing. But if you don't give yourself a chance and you go through the stages, people are rejecting us sometimes with our plans, with our choices, because as I said, everyone's got a choice in a life, and what is choice for me, it doesn't need to be a good choice for someone. But at the end of the day, I try to be respectful. I don't want to be judgmental. I want to give you the brief of another people a bit. I do take other people in my opinion, not because I want them to sabotage me. I've got good people around me. Not people that are telling me, oh, you cannot do it or you shouldn't do it. I've got the honest people with me. Plus, I have this book. I call it like a book of life, okay? And myself, like, I know that I won't do nothing to hurt someone. And this is my biggest peace, I think. Yes, that's my biggest peace with myself, that I can just tell you by my heart, by my experience, by my study, by the creative stuff that I'm working with, and the digital content that we're creating as Group 22. And it's slowly going there. I'm so happy for all my listeners, and I do love American people. Honestly, I think because I've been grown by American lifestyle. I like these videos, I like the music, I like the freedom. I think what is coming with America, I don't know that this is like kind of a dream, or is that's how it is. I don't know, but I do believe like people are good and they want to help and they're curious. And if you help someone just from your heart, you cannot expect nothing more, just the love. So if we can behave like this to people, and we want people to be happy, not be rejected or be neglected or not welcome, but we want to offer them this warmness, what I'm giving to you, my good energy, and explaining you sometimes not really basic stuff, because in this moment you need to not only take yourself to the situation, but another person. So this is two opinions that you need to consider. But if you're sabotaging your own opinions, so you keep questioning yourself inside, oh my God, I'm doing this okay, I'm doing this okay, or I've got like too many questions, not enough answers. And if you will go to someone other who you trust and who you love, then this person will just give you support. That's the good people, because we all have questions every day about everything. No one been born with knowledge of everything. That's why I think all people together means much more than as a one individual. Building this community, building this people that count on you, building the trust, building the content that people respect, and you respect the other people content, and you see how you much growing with another people content. This is all for me, for example, what it means. That makes me feel better, and this is like my own road. But yes, I reject myself. I've been like, oh my God, I'm not good enough to do it, because it came one moment, one wall, and I think like, wow, this is all what I've been building this for, to just sit and don't move forward, because what? You started, so you on your journey. Of course, things will pop in, things will change. Pantarei, like the Platon was saying, everything is, in a movement, everything is floating. Internet is on the movement, our life is on the movement, our body lives, breathes, prices in the world are changing, things are going crazy, and it's very difficult to stay focused. But if you focus on yourself, you will give yourself the most safe place ever. Because whatever you will go, you won't feel alone, you won't feel not welcome, because all what you do in a life, it will be just the love. Love to your body, love to water, because water gives you a life and all the minerals if you drink the good water. Yoga or any kind of activity of your choice, of this what you actually, why not to learn the new activity to actually lose the weight? When you just put your brain, that's why the strength workout is important, because your neurons, the neuron system that is all of your nerves, is going underneath the pressure, basically is used so much. That's why people are so tired, because for our neuron system to live that much is actually a lot. So you not only will be tired of just working out, but your neurosystem will be working on to making the new connections, from your brain to your muscles. So any kind of new things are this what you should try. If you feel like, I started that one, but it doesn't seem like my thing, don't go for it. Don't make it hate to actually love it, because you will use so much energy for fighting with something what is not for you from the beginning. As I said, there's so many activities. Zumba, you've got the sport games, football, you've got gymnastic, you've got dance classes, a way to move. Oh my God, even table tennis. That's a good way idea. I got myself a skipping rope because I used to be a master in it, and I really, really enjoy it. That was 6 minutes on the skipping rope every day. Was just like a prayer for me. That's how I used to treat everything what I'm doing really, really seriously. To create the love, to not have the, oh my God, I'm not gonna do it. I would, go and run, but I would rather sit and watch something. So if you rather sit and watch something, that means you're tired. And it's better to just go to sleep, not even watch something, but put yourself, get yourself maybe in a bath with salt and then go for a sleep. Sleep this off. It's nothing better than sleep this off. And I know, even stressed, nothing better to just go calm your head and sleep. But that's what you will learn. That's what you will learn through your own process, because my process looks like how I explain it to you. But your process might be totally different. Your struggles might be totally different. But I'm trying to give you a general idea of how I'm sorting out my own, not the problems, but how I'm trying to make myself better human being, better mother, better yogin, better yoga lover. I think the yoga lover will be actually nice. I think it's like a cute way to say it. And I do not try to reject myself on the process of getting better, not auto-sabotage. I will call it auto-sabotage. I think is the worst. It's even worse than when you have not honest friends with you, and they will be just, some people doesn't want to hurt us, and this is nothing bad. Like, some people cannot tell how it is because they're thinking like they're gonna hurt us. I think they're just maybe sensitive in other way. They think like, telling you the truth is gonna hurt you, and that's what you should understand as well. That's what in yourself you should build this love that will go against any rejection, your own or other people. You will stand for yourself. I'm motivated, I can do it. Where is more motivated than I can do it? That's it. Don't even talk to me, I love what I'm doing. I can do it. I'm progressing in it, and I'm going somewhere. I'm doing this because I love. Thank you so much for today. Thank you to all my listeners for my monologue, for listening to my monologue. I would like to, as usual, dedicate the song, which is really important for me because as motivation I am, it's like a motivation, rejection and love episode. I would like to dedicate to everyone who needs a little bit more patient and a little bit more of love, and this moment like it's worth to wait at, like something big is coming and nothing can stop you. And maybe with this loss of motivation or growth of rejection, you start to build the love for something what you're actually doing. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and I'm telling you, like Justin Bieber's gonna tell you, to hold on. Thank you so much. That was me, Coach P.